apologize for that. Sorry about that glare on the screen. The front screen of the GoPro 9, I need to turn that off. It should go out here in a moment though. But like I said, you know, we got the clouds are in the right place and just enough of them that we should have a pretty nice sunrise. But we are very close to the Gulf of Mexico. Just about 4 miles, 5 miles to our south, off to the right. Been to the Gulf port, or to the port at Gulfport several times. First time I went there was the first time I've ever been to any port anywhere. It cost like $55 for the escort to go into the port, which that's a rip-off in my book, but I didn't pay, well, I paid for it with an EFS check through the company, through Melton, when I was there. And once I had that experience, it's like, wait a minute, I can get in here without an escort if I have a TWIC card. Let's get the TWIC card. So I paid whatever it was for the TWIC card. The next time I went into the port of Gulfport, right on in, bing, bang, boom. Makes it so much easier. Now, unfortunately, there are some of those places that, even though the TWIC card is supposed to allow access because you've been checked again, they still don't let you use the TWIC card. I mean, down there in Tampa, McGill Air Force Base, wouldn't use my TWIC card. I mean, come on. And we got a bit of fog here. Where else was I at? Oh, at there's Camp Pendleton out there in California. I'm carrying a military load from one military base to another. They wouldn't use my TWIC card. It just never made any sense. But with the Port of Galveston, Port of Tacoma, Port of the Gulfport, the TWIC cards paid for itself, with time saving and with with money saving, so it does work. It does help. Gulfport, 13 miles. We got 43 miles to Moss Point, where we're going to do a load check. foggy out, getting very, very froggy. I don't ever remember being this foggy down here ever. I'm not down here that often on I-10 here in Mississippi, but I don't remember being this foggy. And I had this, I think I had this one time over near Flomatron or Flomaton, Bruton, Alabama, near Pensacola, Florida, that area right there. I think I had it that foggy. No, now think about it twice. I had it twice like that. But that's well over 3.5 years ago. Coming from the Georgia Pacific plant. Yeah, Georgia Pacific plant there in Bruton, Alabama. One time I left out early in the morning, before sunrise. And the other time I was coming back very early before sunrise. Backwoods PNW, good morning, brother. How you doing, sir? It's well, the temperature dropped another couple of degrees. We're down now to 63. So we left Denham at about 66 degrees. It went up and hit 68 there in right around before I-59 on we're on I-12 before I-59, and now it's dropped back down to 63. It's lightening up a little bit, so we'd be happy about that. Well, I will do my best to take care. We're doing 70 miles an hour, 18th gear, 8 high on the stick. Done 111.5 miles so far this morning. We are just north of Gulfport is next. Main road being US 45, going down to the Gulf of Mexico. Angie, good morning to you, ma'am. I say, Long Beach, we just went north of. Gulfport is next. Then after that, Biloxi, which I've had more traffic issues here at Gulfport than I have at Biloxi ever. So I think we'll have good sailing, smooth sailing past that. It is 6:06 a.m. So about 6:40, 6:45, we're going to pull into Moss Point. We will do our load check. I mean, I can see them in the mirrors. The straps are good. The buckets are riding just fine, but you always got to get out and do a physical. Let's touch them to see what's going on. inspection. Make sure our tires are still good, our lights are still good, air lines, electrical lines. I'm not leaking any coolant, any oil, any of that type of stuff. Make sure no mud flaps are falling off. Make sure, you know, everything is where it's supposed to be and operating as it's supposed to be. Straight down south. That pretty much takes you, well, you're really like one block off from the entrance to the port. But if you're going to get an escort to go into the port at Gulfport, you have to go straight right there. There's like a big old park and then a marina. You park there for your escorts if you need one to get into the port. Otherwise, like I said, you go a little bit, like a block to the west, you can sail right in with your twin car. At least you used to be able to. Gulfport, Biloxi. Froggy in the morning here, but not too bad. Not too bad of a drive so far this morning. Most people have been behaving themselves, so we are good. Half an hour up the road, we'll be stopping. And we'll get up to Emerson, Georgia at the Loves by the time we're done today. We'll get there about 1:30, 1:45-ish. Might as well say 2 o'clock. Taking into account we're going to be entering, when we go from Alabama into Georgia, we're going to go from Central Time into Eastern Time. So we're going to lose an hour there. We also need to do a 30-minute break. So we may do the 30-minute break. Let's see, where can we do it? We could stop there in Hope Hull, Montgomery. We could actually stop just there a little bit north of Bruton, Alabama. You know, not too far down the road from, you know, from or up the road from Bruton. You know, the very northwest corner of Florida. Stop a little bit north on I-65 at Evergreen. Stop at the Loves there. We can do a 30-minute break there. That's totally fine. We could stop at the rest area, right at the border with Georgia. Do a 30-minute break there. You know. So we have plenty of options along the way. Eastbound, right side, 39. I can back over in the other lane. Could get back in the other lane here. Back in the slow lane where you belong. You live here, you should know how to drive here. First knucklehead of the day, really. So, there you go. Mike is on tonight, the Blues Man with roll-off Mike. His YouTube channel, Trucking in Wyoming. They recently got a little bit more winter weather, just this past day or so. Winter still has its grip up there in Colorado, Wyoming area. Biloxi, Mississippi. A little bit more traffic, but it usually is not too bad. Usually rolls along pretty easily here on I-10. And down on the coast road and the main road going north-south up here from the highway usually isn't too bad. And it looks like we're not going to get that good of a sunrise. Yeah, we should have had a really nice sunrise coming around this bend here. Oh well, the fog is preventing that. By Spreaker.com, S-P-R-E-A-K-E-R, Spreaker.com, on the phone apps, the Trucker Jukebox Radio Network. We got 4 shows that go on with that. Trucker Jukebox does Coffee with Jukebox, Monday through Friday, whenever he can. Does a Saturday show. The country music is the main focus. Timeless tunes, classic rock and roll, pop, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, some of what's going on today. A little bit of mishmash of this and that gets thrown in for requests. That's Sundays. Roll-off bike is on Friday. And if you like, you know, with the blues, a bit of the jazz, a bit of the classic rock, but mostly that, the blues influence. And then his brother Mario, who's still in New Jersey, he does the rap and hip-hop and R&B stuff. Does that on Thursdays. Any of those things appeal to you, sign in, join the chat, have some good music, some good company. I'll laugh every once in a while, you know. Just an overall good time.
Well, we hauled it anyway. Right, all right.
You know, and overall, like I said, I mean, it's nice. You know, I got the satellite radio. I got audiobooks. I got podcasts. I got music on my phone. I'll listen to YouTube, Amazon Prime, Amazon Music. Now for video and music, listen to that as I go down the road. Do the live stream where I'm running my mouth. Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, the sun is definitely putting some light in the sky. It's a shame the fog has to get in the way, ruin the sunrise. About 22 miles up the road, we're going to be making a stop. Doing good. Jackson County, Mississippi. Lightning and thunder. Wow. That's why I always run that kind of stuff off a surge protector. You know, just, you know, the extra layer of protection. Always a good idea to have an extra layer of protection. Mobile. St. Martin, Latimer. And here's a truck that hauls the mail. You can tell by the fact it's labeled DC 6057. This trailer is basically meant to go to and from Hammond, Louisiana only. Good morning, Brad. Welcome back. All right, main road going into Ocean Springs right here. Watching the old merging traffic there, make sure they don't act all foolish. The fog got a little bit thicker. Yeah. But, you know, like they say, even if you do all that kind of protection, I've always heard it my entire life, if lightning wants to get you, it'll get you. You know, we have certain rules we understand, but Mother Nature, it's her rules. If she wants to break them, she will. I've seen lightning do some pretty strange things. I remember being up in a tree, now about 45 feet. Nearest cloud, 40, 50 miles away. I've seen lightning come down on a clear blue day right towards me. You know, hit the tree next to me. You want to talk about having your ears rung? You want to talk about, you know, having a violent explosion? Yeah, that was pretty no fun. I got a few splinters from that. I've seen lightning just hit the ground just burst into flames. I've seen lightning hit the sand on the beach, and the whole, and you know, a good 5-foot section of sand just raise up. Eastbound, right side, 53. Safe when we have more than enough room. Mile marker 55. So 14 miles to our stop. A good sunrise video. Eastbound, right side, 55. Always moving over to get away from any potential danger that car may be empty. It may have somebody in it. It may have somebody who's not thinking or not in full control. They may be stunned. They may be dazed. They may be drunk. They may be high. They may have had a concussion and they're disoriented. They could stumble out into the road. You don't know. So it's just so much easier to move over a little bit, get by it. You never know when an animal might run around the front of the vehicle and out into the road. You just don't know. The Shed Barbecue. Ain't gonna make it past this guy safely, so we're gonna slow down and get behind him. Pass on the left-hand side where it is much safer. I probably could have made it past, but with the merging from that on-ramp, it's just safer to slow down, come around the correct side. I mean, he's probably a local guy. He probably knows that it ends. Yeah, the fog's getting a little bit thicker. Truck up in front of us. We may have to go around. Like I said, only twice I remember any kind of fog anywhere near this area was over in Alabama, near Pensacola. I've never been down this road daytime or night, morning, noon, night, sun up, sun down. I've never seen this kind of fog here, like, this thick. Marker 60. We are approaching our stop. We're going to get off at exit 69. Lost Point. Just about 150 miles. So that's right on the money where we need to stop by the rules and regulations you have to follow for being a flatbed driver. Come on, Coca-Cola, let's get up to speed here. Pascagoula 9, Mobile 37. Trying to burn through, but yeah, the fog kind of ruined a good shot for the morning. The Pascagoula River. Little bit of a sunrise there. Could have been a little bit better, but oh well. You just got to take what Mother Nature gives you and be glad for it. So once we get back onto quote-unquote dry land, get away from the river here. Like I said, it could have been, half an hour ago without the fog would have been amazing, but it can be. It definitely can be. All right, 3 miles. Pascagoula, next 2 exits.
In 2 miles, take exit 69 on the right, onto Highway 63 toward East Lost Point.
Woo! All right, that's not too bad of a first leg of our trip. Total trip for the day, 544 miles. Let's just say 550, just to be on the safe side. We got started a little after 4 a.m. this morning. At all. I agree with you, James. I agree wholeheartedly. Even though it wasn't precisely the type of sunrise I wanted, it's still pretty dang spiffy. YouTuber who does sailing videos. He's currently repairing a boat. He's from Denmark. And that's one of his catchphrases. He says, pretty dang spiffy. And I got one of his t-shirts that says that on there, pretty dang spiffy. And I think that's a nice saying. You know, folksy, old-fashioned. I like it, so I'm going to start saying it more too. Pretty dang spiffy.
Turn at the first right onto Highway 63 toward Moss Point.
All right. Let the engine brake do the work. Downshift in the transmission. Let the gearing do the work. Don't need to be using our brakes at all. We got a Moe's Southwest Grill here, which the last time I came through, I had a burrito. A little bit of braking for the corner. Get ourselves down to
your destination is on the right.
Down into 9th gear. This little Mexican restaurant, San Miguel, I have eaten here. I ate there once before, a long time ago. Yeah, about what, almost just 3 years ago exactly. Let's just go through the pump here. I don't need fuel. I got more than half, about half a tank. I don't need fuel. I don't need DEF. I got over half a tank of that. Like I said, we're gonna back up into here. Alright. We're gonna check our load. We're gonna get ourselves a cup of ice. Maybe if get ourselves a chicken and pork burrito. May not be the best of breakfast, but sometimes you gotta treat yourself. And just make sure we're getting in between that line there. Somewhat straight and even. Nice, beautiful Mac right there. Looking good. That's right. I don't care what anybody says. I like the look of that. That Mack truck is not a bad looking vehicle to my eye. You know, I like the T680. I drove one for a year at Melton. I like that truck very, very much. I just wish it wasn't an automatic. That would have been better. I wish I had an APU. That would have been better. But that Mack Anthem there, I really like that truck. So let's see here. All right, we got here. Closed, okay. So we are here at the Pilot, Moss Point, Mississippi, I-10, exit 69, 14. We did 149.9 miles. Doing a load check. 6:42 a.m. So we started our day at 4:15
Right.
Turn that off. So 4:15 we started, 150 miles basically, and here it is 6:42. So 2.5 hours of driving this morning to get to here. And like I said, we're gonna check our load real quick. We'll walk around the truck real quick. And like I said, if the Moe's is open, I will go ahead and get a pork and chicken burrito. That will fill me up for the rest of the day, guaranteed. And I don't get one that often, so when I do pass a Moe's, there are only 5 pilots, Pilot Flying J's, that have a Moe's. Five pilots that have a Moe's. I have been to all 5. Let's see, we have Moss Point, we have Sutton, West Virginia, you have Lufkin, Texas, and of course, as soon as I start talking about it, my brain freezes up and I cannot remember the other 2. But I've been to them. I've been fortunate enough to be to them, and the reason why I know there's 5, because they're in West Virginia. Or was it here? No, it was in Lufkin. The manager of the Pilot Flying J in Lufkin, Texas, he's the one who told me that there's only 5, and he did his training. He did his managerial training in West Virginia at Sutton. And I believe I told him that I'd been to the one in Sutton, and this was the only other one that I knew about in Lufkin. And he says, well, there's actually 5, and he told me what about his training. So, put ourselves off duty here. We're going to check our straps, whatnot. I got all my vitamins and minerals and supplements ready to go. We're going to throw a little bit of our trash out from last night. And we are, like I said, we'll get a little bite to eat. Definitely some ice for our drink. If Moe's is open, we'll get a burrito, chicken and pork. Otherwise, we still have 394 miles to go to our destination in Emerson, Georgia. Let's see here. Yeah, we will stop at Evergreen. Let's see, that should be pretty close. 122 miles. We'll stop in Evergreen. Then we'll probably stop up at the